Let's see a basic example of Singleton pattern in C++. I'll create a blank solution and call this Singleton. I'll change this location, create the solution, and now let's add a project to this. So we'll add a new project. We'll add an empty project and call this basic. And I'm going to add a class called Singleton. So how do we ensure that only one instance of this class can be created? The first thing we need to do is disable the construction, and we can do that very easily by making the constructor private. Now, since we are discussing modern C++ implementation of design patterns, if your constructor body is empty, then use the default specifier on this constructor so that the compiler automatically synthesizes the default implementation of the constructor. This implementation is going to be much faster than the user-defined default constructor. The next thing is to create the static instance of this class. And we will give this instance to the clients using this instance method. And these may be some other methods of the class. Let's synthesize the definitions of these functions. First, we need to define the static instance. And then we'll return this instance. And in method A and method B, we'll have some kind of implementation, but I'm going to leave them blank. And then we can add the main and we'll create the instance of the class like this. If the user tries to create the instance manually, then this is a compiler error. So the error is cannot access private member declared in class Singleton because it is inaccessible. This was a very basic and simple implementation of the Singleton pattern in C++. But there are many things that we have not considered here. So we will see a real-life implementation of this pattern in the next video. See you there.